VerdeEn chemicals, fundamental concepts. Typical lead-acid batteries are comprised of 65 to 70% lead. The remaining material is other metals, sulfuric acid, plastic, and water, which are used to manufacture the battery. The lead used in batteries can be recycled indefinitely, which is the basis for a $30 billion a year industry. Here we'll take a look at the traditional methods for the recycling of lead-acid batteries, and then we'll see how VerdeEn's technology disrupts the traditional recycling process. First, spent batteries are brought to the recycling plant and broken down to separate out the lead components, sulfuric acid, and plastics. The lead components are essentially the uncorroded grid metal and lead compounds. The sulfuric acid is neutralized and sent to an effluent treatment plant. The plastics are sold to plastic recyclers. In a traditional process, the grid metals and lead components are sent to a smelter, which operates at over 1000 degrees Celsius. This process is highly polluting and time and energy intensive. In order to meet air quality standards, smelters must be equipped with expensive pollution control systems to remove fumes of lead, arsenic, antimony, cadmium, and sulfur dioxide, all of which are highly polluting and present health risks to workers and the local population. Another unwanted byproduct of smelting is slag, a mixture of compounds of lead and iron. The slag is highly reactive and has to be treated before being dumped into landfills, which is a costly and difficult process. These pollution control systems require significant expenditures to install, operate, and maintain. The finished product from a smelter is unrefined lead or lead with metallic impurities. The unrefined lead is sent to an alloying system to create alloys, or alternatively, a refining system to remove impurities. After being refined, lead is then used to manufacture oxides, which are used in conjunction with the alloys to manufacture new batteries to complete the recycling loop. Let's compare this to VerdeEn's proprietary method for handling the lead components after battery breaking. The handling of the acid and plastics remains the same, but the key difference is in the way the grid metals and lead compounds are handled. After being removed from the spent batteries, grid metal is able to be processed and sent directly to the alloying system to manufacture a variety of lead alloys. The lead compounds obtained undergo a series of chemical reactions at about 80 degrees Celsius to remove metallic impurities and sulfur to obtain different lead oxides directly. The final products are pure lead, lead alloys, and oxides, which can be manufactured per customer specifications. By eliminating the need for a smelter, VerdeEn is able to eliminate the root cause of air and land pollution, and thus the pollution control systems that come with them. In addition, this also eliminates the main cause of high energy intensiveness. As a result, VerdeEn is able to have a clean lead-acid battery recycling process which has no negative environmental effects and provides a safer situation for workers and the local population. By eliminating the smelter and the expensive pollution control systems, VerdeEn is able to cut the capex requirements for recycling plants by 60%. VerdeEn's process also results in a reduction in operational expenses, approximately $300 per metric ton of battery scrap processed. As an example, using VerdeEn's method to process 100,000 metric tons of scrap means $30 million in savings for our customers, which will finally yield licensing revenue for VerdeEn. Let's recap the benefits of VerdeEn's innovative technology. It's a clean, closed system. There's no air pollution and there's no land pollution, which means human exposure to lead is reduced significantly. On top of all of this, capital expenditures, operational expenses, and recycling time are drastically reduced. We're excited to bring lead-acid battery recycling into the modern era, and we look forward to answering any additional questions you might have about the business. Thank you for taking the time to learn about VerdeEn chemicals.